My name is Ayomde Bieni and I am the HR at RKY Careers, and I'm going to be your host for today. So I want this session to be as interactive as possible. I want us to interact, engage in everything that I say. If you have questions, you can drop it in the chat box. You can raise your hand. I have my admin here who's going to be answering your questions and all of that. So I'd like everybody to introduce yourself, your name, where you're joining from. Hi, Ayodele from Kent. Hello, Kambi. Hello, Bemi. Okay, hello, Temi. You're welcome. All right. You're welcome, Fola. You're welcome, Temi. Okay. You're welcome, Oluwashola. Okay, firstly, I'm going to be introducing RKY Group. RKY Group is the umbrella for all of our subsidiaries, right? It's a multi-award-winning edtech company, right? And we have different subsidiaries under RKY Group, right? It is for underrepresented individuals and communities, and of course we have diverse portfolios included, right? We have RKY Careers, which is also a multi-award-winning edtech company, and we offer various practical bootcamps like data analysis, business analysis, project management, Scrum Master, digital marketing, Excel/PowerPoint, right? We offer I'm going to also be explaining the other things that we also do in RKY Careers as we move forward in this session, right? And we also have Apply Body, which supports professionals with CV optimization, cover letters, and interview preparations. We also help people to apply to jobs, right? And we also have Limitless and Travel Podcast, where we share insights and success stories to empower professionals and entrepreneurs. And we have Limitless Without Borders, which is our networking event that happens every year in London. And again, I'm going to be talking about all of these as subsidiaries in details as we move forward. And we have RKY Business Hub, which is a high impact community, and we help professionals and founders to turn their ideas into profitable, scalable businesses through structure, strategy, and high value connection. And we also have RKY Digital Solutions. This is our IT company. We offer mobile app, website development, and IT training, and also so on and so forth. Like I said, I was going to talk about RKY Careers again. We have over 2,500 success stories of students hired into their various desired jobs by taking our bootcamps, and also by registering for our other services as RKY Careers. So we offer all of these services remotely, and of course we've been leveraged by candidates from across the world, right? A lot of people from across the world have registered for our bootcamps, and we have a lot of success stories from them. So we have won several awards like Top 25 Changing the Face of Education in 2022. We've won Best Professional Services Solution Company of the Year. That was in 2023. And we've also won Career Support Organization of the Year in 2024. We've won the Best EdTech Company and Career Coaching Company in 2024 as well. We've also won Diversity and Inclusion Innovation Award in 2024 as well. These are few of the awards that we've won in RKY Careers. And yes, this is our beautiful founder, our CEO, Rukayat Alabi. She's a multi-award-winning entrepreneur, and she's the founder and the CEO of RKY Careers, RKY Group as a whole, right? And she's very dedicated to helping immigrants to navigate the UK job market, right, to secure their desired roles and also to thrive in their various careers. Her work has been recognized globally. She has earned a lot of accolades. Like I said, she has won a lot of awards. Even the brand as well has won a lot of awards over the years. And she's also the founder of Apply Body, Limitless Without Borders annual events, the RQY Digital Solutions, Limitless and Travel podcast, and also she founded RQY Business Hub. And these are some of the pictures of. Okay, she has also featured in Forbes as well, and these are like some of the awards that she has won at the lower part of this slide. Then yes, so talking about Limitless Without Borders, that's one of the biggest tech events, networking one of the biggest tech networking events and awards events that happens in the UK, right? And it basically brings together ambitious professionals, founders, and industry leaders. It creates a powerful space to connect and engage with recruiters, unlock opportunities, and accelerate their career and business growth. What are the things to expect from these events? You expect you expect keynote speeches from industry leaders and experts. So before I proceed, can you guys still hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right. Am I too fast?
No, you're not.
All right. Okay, so you are going to be meeting with keynote speaker. Sorry, you are going to expect new keynote speeches from industry leaders and experts. There's going to be panel discussions around career, tech, finance, entrepreneurship, and so much more. There's also going to be award ceremony. We are going to be celebrating trailblazers, visionaries, and within the community, right? And it's going to be fun. There's going to be a lot of music, entertainment, refreshments. Okay, let me do this. If you joined or if you attended the last event, can you raise your hand, or can you unmute your mic and speak? Just say I attended or something. Just say something. Hello, can you guys hear me?
I can hear
Hi
you.
guys.
I didn't attend.
So I was asking if you attended LWB 3.0, can you raise your hand or unmute your mic and say something? Oh, just one person. Wow. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to be talking to you guys about LWB, right? And I want to encourage everyone to attend this event. Trust me, it is going to be a lifetime experience for you. You are going to meet with people, you are going to network, and I mean, you can gain a lot of things from this event. There's going to be panel discussions. You will ask questions, whatever it is that is bothering you, whatever question that you've been holding, right? All this while this is the place for you to ask your questions. And again, you can also like elevate your career from this event. Like anything can happen, right? One of the things that people tell us is that we should go as a career person. You should like go to events, meet people, network. This is a good place for you. Trust me. So we have the event is happening in June 27th, and guess what, it's also going to be happening in Lagos as well in August 15th. So if you are also in Nigeria, we are here, like we are in Lagos as well. So we are going to be coming to Lagos. It's not just happening in London alone, it's happening in Lagos, and you can get your tickets as well. I'm going to be sharing where you get your tickets. Okay, so these are some picture highlights from 3.0, right? See our beautiful attendees. Yes, you can get your super early bird ticket. It's now selling for just £14. So it's initially £23, but now it is £14, right? You can go to the website. Okay, admin, you can drop the link to the to purchase the tickets in the chat box so that people can start purchasing their tickets from there. So this discount is ending soon, and you don't want to miss it. This is very cheap. So just go to our website and get your tickets. Thank you. Then these are the trainings and services at RQY Careers. We offer Data Analysis and Business Intelligence Bootcamp, Project Management and Business Analysis Bootcamp, Advanced Microsoft Excel and PowerPoint. We have Scrum Master, Product Owner, and we also have Digital Marketing. We have Compliance. We also offer CV optimization. We help you revamp your CV from scratch. We also offer career advisory, interview preparation, LinkedIn optimization, professional portfolio, and a full career rebrand and business coaching. These are the things that comes with enrolling for our boot camps, right? Imagine enrolling for one of our boot camps and you get CV optimization, you get career advice, you get interview preparation, you get LinkedIn optimization, professional portfolio, like all of these things. I mean, yeah. So just so you can, if you want to transition or you have interest in any of our boot camps, feel free to enroll for our boot camps and you get all of this. Okay, for our IT services, right, we offer data analysis and migration projects. Okay, we also build mobile app development, website development, change management, IT project consulting, and IT training as well. And yes, we are also accredited with CPD, which means you can use your certificates in anywhere in the country. Like, it is recognized everywhere across the world. So this is a big deal for us. So you can use your certificates anywhere in the world basically to get a job. Then yes, we also have our work experience lab, where maybe this is basically for people that maybe they've gone through like boot camps but they just want to have that work experience phase. You can join our tech accelerator program to supercharge your entry into the tech industry, right? So this is just for people that want to have work experience, right? They don't want to go through the boot camp and all of that. So you can also enroll for our work experience lab as well. Yes, we use Basecamp as our collaborative learning tool. Our students use Basecamp to chat. They also use Basecamp to upload their documents, their project, and everything. This is the tool that we use to collaborate, or that our students also use to collaborate as well. And yes, to the deal of the day. So these are the projects that are going to be presented today. We have Synaptics Digital Solutions, we have Quantum Spare Consulting Limited, we have Core Success Medical Center, and we have TFT Marketing Agency, and we have Workforce 360 Consulting. They are going to be presenting their project today, and I want everybody to pay attention. If you have questions, if you have feedbacks for them, right, you can always raise your hand when it's time for all of that. Okay, so sorry about that. Yeah, and these are some of the RKY careers graduating students from the Data Analysis Bootcamp. Look at them, beautiful people. So, and meet our judges. They are going to be judging our students after their presentation. We have Olumide Samson and we have Ayodele Oluwaseun Olatipopo. They are also alumni of RKY careers as well. Yes, then we have, so this is the first team that is going to be presenting, sales and marketing team, the mysterious team. And the project is going to be presented by Temitope Godwin. Temitope, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, cool. You have just 15 minutes to present your project. So you can start now. You can introduce yourself, your team, and also you can start. Do you want me to stop sharing my screen now?
Yeah, you can stop, please.
Okay.
Hello. Can everyone see my screen, please?
Yes, I can see your screen is coming up.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Temitope Godwin. I'm here
Good afternoon.
I'm here to represent the team, the Minstrels, to present a project titled Profiling and Retention Analysis for TFT Marketing Agency. Yeah, the team members that put together this work is Gideon Lagos, Temitope Godwin, which is me, Olashi Florence, and Ruth. Before I proceed, I would like to say a big thank you to RKY for their support and for their relentless effort in allowing someone like me that doesn't know anything about data to have insight and to be able to understand how data works. The agenda of this project runs through introduction, project overview, objective analysis, and of course, recommendation. TFT Marketing Agency is a digital marketing agency that specializes in everything from web design, development, app development, and of course, social media marketing. The goal of this project is to monitor customer lifetime value, which means the revenue expected from a customer over their lifetime, then analyze policy performance across region, compare performances across sales channel, edu-
Sorry to cut you, Godwin. If you are not speaking, can you mute your mic? Yeah, and sorry. Then I also don't know if it's from my end. Your slide looks blurry. I don't know if it's just from my end. Can anybody else confirm this?
Yes, it's blurry.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Yeah, it's blurry.
it's blurry.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Do you
blurry.
want to like stop sharing and share again? Okay, it's a bit better.
Better.
Can anyone hear me? Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
like
Yes,
it's
we
still
can hear you.
blurry anyway. Like we can hear you, but it's still blurry. But
I don't
maybe we
know.
just manage it. It's still could be your network or something. I don't know what it is.
I'm actually at work, so the network is not really that good. So I have to like excuse myself to do this. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay, that's all right then.
Can I
Okay,
can I continue now?
yeah, please.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can.
The goal of this
Better
project is
now.
to monitor customer lifetime value, which means the revenue expected from a customer over their lifetime, and analyze policy performance across region, and compare performance across sales channels, education level, and as well coverage types. Below is the list of the key performance indicator after carefully analyzing the data set. Total number of active customers amount to 9,134. The average customer lifetime value, that is the average revenue expected from a customer over their lifetime, amount to 8,000 plus pounds. Then the average amount customer pay monthly on their premium is 93.22, while the total value of claim made by customers amount to over 3.9 million pounds. and the income generated over time, approximately about 44 million pounds. The objectives of this project is to understand customers' lifetime value in relation to different segments, and of course to evaluate how income varies by education level and distribution channel, to identify the primary drivers of revenue and highlight opportunities for channel optimization. Then also to analyze claim behavior, customer profile, policy details, and the total claim amount, and of course to improve sales channel efficiency. Then the workflow of this project, the data, we extracted the data with SQL, we cleansed the data with Excel, then Power BI for the data analysis, and of course PowerPoint for the presentation. Now to the main analysis. Then the customer lifetime value by state, that is the by state, we can see here that the California had the highest sum of total customer lifetime value with about 25.2 million pounds, which is approximately 294% higher than Washington, that has the lowest customer lifetime value by state, which is 6.4 million pounds. And the customer lifetime value by educational segment, here we observe here that our customer with high school or below has the highest customer lifetime value in terms of educational segment. That is 21.8 million pounds, which is approximately about 746% higher than the customer that has a doctorate degree. Then the company, the TFT digital company, has three basic policy type, which is the personal auto, the corporate auto, and the special auto. Here we can see that the customers with personal auto has the highest customer lifetime value policy by policy type, rather, sorry, which is approximately over 1,577% higher than the special auto that was able to generate just 3 million pounds in total customer lifetime that policy. So the analysis also indicate that overall performance is largely driven by customer with high school education, which they were able to gather over 36 million pounds here in terms of revenue generated, and the agents channel consistently emerged as the leading contribution channel across all segments with about 129.2 million pounds, which actually contribute the largest part of the income generated by the agency, which has a total amount of 344 million pounds in income. So the geographic analysis of the total claim. Here we can see here that the personal auto policy is the drives most cost across all states, where California is the highest contributor. And here, while corporate auto shows a moderate impact and special auto contribute minimal in respect of all the states, contribute minimal to the overall claim by the customers. This chart below above shows the relationship between total customers, average CLV, average total claim amount by sales channel. We can see that the average CLV across all the sales channel, there is a little differences there. I mean, there is a slight difference in the average customer lifetime value across all the sales channel, despite agents having a total customer of about 3.5k, over 3,500 customers, compared to web that has just 1,300 plus customers. And also the agency has three types of coverage, which is basic, extended, and premium. Here we can see that basic are the highest total customers, which is approximately almost 6,000 customers, and that actually occupies 60% of the total customer by coverage, where we have a premium as the lowest subscriber, subscriber with a total number of 824 customers, which actually amounts to just 9% of the total customer by coverage. Now here, the sum of income by coverage. Basic actually has the highest, generated the highest income for the agency, which amount to 212 million pounds. And that's about 567% higher than premium that was able to generate just 32 million pounds in terms of income by coverage for the agency. This is the dashboard, project dashboard analysis on Power BI. Now the recommendation. Now it is very important for the organization, for the TFT marketing agency to concentrate their marketing and agent focus on personal auto in California, because that's where the customer value pool is at the largest. And also, as we can see in the chart that shows the relationship between our CLV total customer, we can see that as the CLV declines, as educational level increases, with the doctorate holders contributing the lowest lifetime value, retention and renewal strategy should therefore prioritize lower educational segment, that is the high school and the bachelor segment, while selectively targeting the higher education group to improve profitability. And also prioritizing, it is important to prioritize high performing segment, that is the bachelor and the high school, and focus on strengthening the agent channel to maximize revenue, since the agent channel is actually the sales channel that actually contributes largest income. Then also reduce claim cost by focusing extra control on personal auto policy in high claim state, especially California, by pricing and also tightening underwriting. Then it will be so good as well if the agency can leverage the agent channel, like I said earlier, for retention and value growth, as it attracts the highest number of customers while maintaining comparable average CLV and claim costs to other channel. And also they can also improve the web channel customer journey, since the web channel has the lowest customer volume despite similar CLV and claim. They can do that by untapping growth potential through better digital optimization, and also focusing on retaining the high income basic coverage segment while driving upgrade to extended coverage to grow revenue further, and target premium, which is the lowest types of coverage in terms of revenue income generated. So that ends my presentation. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Temitope, for that beautiful presentation. Okay, are the judges there? Hello, judges. Are you guys there?
Yes, I'm,
All
I'm,
right.
I'm here. My name is Ayo.
Okay. So can you go ahead, or before the judges, before they go ahead, let me ask the rest of us, do we have questions? Sorry, Ayo. Do we have questions for them? Questions. Okay. I'm going to take that as a no. Yeah, you can proceed, Ayo.
Okay, so thank you, Temitope. I think your presentation is okay. In terms of clarity, yes, I think you are okay with that. In terms of the dashboard itself, I saw the dashboard. Maybe you can go to the dashboard. Uh, what I can just talk about the dashboard is you need to at least try and I know purple most likely is the color that you use, and then you should find a way to just I think it's all right. It's uh, one of the chat there. I think you need to do more on that because every chat needs to provide information. You don't need to squint your eyes before you can see the detailed information about the chat, and that has to do with there is a table to your left. It has a lot of numbers in it. If you the one at the bottom to your left is the table, not a chart. It's a table that has
Give me
figures.
1 second, sir. Sorry, let me go to there.
No, is
This
this
one.
is on the right? Yeah, exactly. This one. It's difficult to interpret what you're trying to showcase here because the numbers are just too much. So sometimes you may need to abbreviate, approximate rather. So maybe you could have used in thousands or in millions so that you can easily see the difference. But here is quite difficult. And then when you're talking of large numbers, uh, large figures, most times decimal is not really important in large figures because if I pay you 1 million, let's say naira, and I now say 1 million naira 50 kobo, it doesn't really make any sense whether it's 50 kobo, whether it's 20 kobo. It doesn't really make any sense in that aspect. So that decimal place should in when you are presenting, you should just find a way of removing that. It will make your presentation neater. Uh, uh, Aside that, the network when you are presenting, especially if you want to present to your stakeholders, always try and make a test the network because network can make today the network is not very good, so we can't really see it. It's still blurry. But just I understand. Okay, yes, it's you are working, but if you are doing it at work at workplace, ensure that you've tested it. You ensure that you are doing it from your home. You are presenting to your stakeholders. Ensure that your network is very stable. Fine, you cannot. Sometimes it may not be possible, but ensure that you have done your own bit to ensure that it's going to be a smooth presentation. Because if you are presenting to a senior manager and your network is not good, you don't have time to say, okay, yeah, sorry, we'll manage it. They will just tell you, say, maybe just come back later. You understand? So that is also very important. But uh, in summary, you did a very good job. You are consistent with your colors, and then your presentation flows. I could see how it, and then I could see. I didn't see anything about a trend analysis. Or sorry, a chart on trend. There should be a chart on trend in terms of okay, yes, line charts. Uh, you've used. Yeah, I could see you use bar chart. You use pie charts, but try and use different kinds of charts to make your presentation also more robust. So that's my view. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ayo. Olumide,
Hello, can everyone hear me?
yeah, can you hear?
Okay. Um, my name is Olumide. Um, Actually, just to save us the time, the previous speaker, I think Ayodele has really done justice to the observation around it. And one thing I just wanted to add is that when you are building your dashboard, there's something that should be at the back of our mind or your mind is the value you want to bring to whether the stakeholders to your group, to the board, and all of that. And it is that value that is going to inform your decisions, the things you will use. Like you didn't mention in terms of you make utilize the environment, the tools you have within the Power BI with whichever data analytics tools you are using. Utilize them, check them. It's okay to make mistake. You learn from it. So you've done a beautiful job. It's just about the responsiveness, the user experience of when because when you give that file or you're making presentation to maybe the non-technical team, they must be able to understand it because that's part of our role. They must be able to understand it and to be simplest. So that's it. But overall, that was superb. Thank you.
All right,
Right.
thank you.
Thank you, Olumide. Do we also have any other recommendation for them? Any other thing? All right. Thank you, Temitope, again for that beautiful presentation. I'm sure you've also taken feedback from the judges, and you guys are going to be implementing that. Right.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Yeah, you can stop sharing your screen now. Okay, let me share my screen again. All right, so and these are our beautiful faces for the next project, or the next team rather, Earth and Care team, Project Alpha, and the project is going to be presented by Oluwaseun Aremu and Sarah. Yeah, and Sarah. Sarah and Oluwaseun, are you guys there?
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes, hi, good afternoon.
Okay, yeah, you can start now. You have 15 minutes.
Okay, I'm just gonna present my screen. All right, Sarah.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sarah, and I will be presenting on behalf of the Project Alpha team. We're representing the Core Success Medical Center. And we'll be talking to you about the data set that we got and insights that we got from them and what recommendations we have afterwards. We would like to say a big thank you to our KY team. They have been really amazing and awesome in helping us walk through the bootcamp and learning how to do data analysis. Right from cleaning data, extracting it, cleaning data, analyzing it, lots of technical skills, and they took their time and were quite patient with us. So big thumbs up. It's worth noting that not just the hardcore skills, we have to also learn what it will be like in real life terms. So having to work in a team, having to meet deadlines, whether it's convenient or not, however it works, we have to learn those things, and they've really incorporated it into the whole boot camp. So thank you. We will also be moving on to the crux of the Core Success Medical Center. We operate about 151 facilities scattered across 8 different regions. So we specialize in delivering high quality and highly specialized healthcare to patients in our regions. Patients usually the patients that we attend to usually have chronic illnesses, which means that they need long-term care, and sometimes they have to stay in the hospital for a while. We do specialize in things like orthopedics, which means we deal with people that have bone diseases, oncology, people that have cancer, and some critical care. We really provide this care based on evidence-based research, and which is why data is quite important to us in how we make decisions and how we carry on providing this high quality care. Moving on, we're faced with certain problems with these data sets. Part of the problems that we needed to identify is the medical side of it. So what are the cases that we are seeing? What are our patients walking in with? How are we seeing it? In what facilities are these specific cases coming in? Is there a pattern to this? When our patients come in, who are our patients? What are their age groups? what are their demographics, what race are they from, are they female, are they male, what do they do when they do come in, how long do they stay when they're in, what do we do for them, what do they want us to do for them, what are we seeing more that we do for them, and what facilities are we getting these cases more in. And because we're a business, we need to look at the financial side of things. So we need to see what are our charges across different facilities. Is there variability among the facilities, and how this plays into how our profits come in? Are we making profits? Are we making losses? How do we maximize the profits and the losses that we are getting? Maximize the profits and reduce the losses, rather. So I'll hand over to Seun, where he will explain to you the insights that we got and the recommendations that we advise. Thank you. Seun?
Okay. Sure. Okay. Sure. Are you still going to speak?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello.
Okay. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. So I'll just walk us through the data analysis that we conducted on the data set provided. A general overview of the KPIs we considered. We had 23 procedures in total across about 27,000 admissions. This was conducted within 151 facilities in 8 regions. All of this contributed to a total charge of £1.5 billion, and we incurred a total cost of £558 million. This yielded a profit of 1.03 billion for the organization as a whole. In terms of the demographic analysis, we looked at the age distribution of the admissions we had, and we found that about 90% of admissions fall within the age range 50 and above. And then the rest is scattered across age groups 0 to 49. The average length of stay in overall was 3 days per patient. We found that the age group 0 to 17 had a high average length of stay, with about 6 as the value we got there, and that was found to be due to the low numbers that we had in that age group. So the length of stay couldn't be distributed across a large number of patients like the other groups. In terms of gender distribution, we found that we had 54% of females and 46% males in our admission lists, and 82% of that, which was 21,000 clients, were in the white race category. Next, we conducted analysis of the clinical aspect of our data set. We looked at the diagnoses and the procedures to identify the top 5, and we found that osteoarthritis was the top diagnosis we have, with about 89% of admissions. And the top procedure we conducted on our patients was hip replacement, totaling about 99%, which was 26,000 out of the 27,000 admissions that we had. We further looked into these top diagnoses and top procedures to identify any relationship with the overall trend in terms of age group distribution and gender distribution. And we found that the trend remained the same within those diagnoses and procedures. So for osteoarthritis, 91% fell within the age group 50 and above, which is similar to the 90% of the overall distribution. In terms of gender, it remained the same, with 54% of females having that condition and 46% of males having that condition, which is similar to the overall trend.
Looking at the top procedure, which was hip replacement, the distribution also remains the same at 91% of procedures within the age groups 50 and above, and with 54% female and 46% male going through undergoing that particular procedure of hip replacement. We also looked at the severity of illnesses. In our data set, illnesses were classified from minor to extreme, with about 95% of our admissions falling within the minor and moderate severity of illnesses. In terms of risk of mortality or risk of death, we found that there was 85% with minor risk of death. We also conducted a cross-analysis of risk of mortality against the severity of illness, and we've highlighted that we have most of our admissions falling within the minor and moderate severity of illness with minor risk of death. This totaled about 84% of our admissions. We also conducted some financial analysis to identify top earning facilities, lowest earning facilities, and procedures that yielded the most profits. In terms of profits by earning by facilities, the top earning facilities were the Hospital for Special Surgery and the NYU Hospital for Joint Diseases. Together, they contributed about £374 million to the overall £1 billion we made in profits. This was about 36% of the overall profits that we had. We also identified Olin General Hospital as our top losing facility. That's the lowest earning facility by profit. The total loss in that facility added up to about £1.78 million. And when we looked further into the cases, the 40 cases that the 40 procedures that were run within that hospital, all of the cases operated on a loss basis, and we recommend further investigation into that facility to identify the reason for those losses. We also created a scatter plot that compared the charges and costs across the 151 facilities that we have. And again, Hospital for Special Surgery and NYU Hospital stand out as the top earners within our organization. The top earning procedures by volume, the top 5 earning procedures by volume, and we identified hip replacement as the top procedure that made about £1 billion in profit, which contributes to 99% of the total profits of the organization. These are our recommendations based on the analysis of the data set provided. In terms of cost control, we identified that extreme severity cases cost an average of £63,000 per case, which was 3 times more expensive than moderate and minor cases at about £21,000 per case. We also identified that extreme cases have an average length of stay of 13 days, which is 4 times longer than moderate cases. Whilst we understand that extreme cases might require more specialized care and hence increasing the duration of stay, there is a potential to reduce costs by reducing length of stay on those cases. In terms of treatment for moderate and minor cases, because we identified that moderate and minor cases form about 95% of our total admissions, with an average cost of £21,000 per admission, we recommend introducing standardized care pathways for these cases, and with the aim to reduce cost by about 5%, which adds up to £1,050 per case, totaling an overall reduction in our costs by about £14 million. We also recommend an optimization of our case management. We identify that prevailing health conditions that drive about 99% of our admissions are degenerative joint diseases affecting bones. And we recommend prioritized resource allocation to providing services for these conditions, as they are the ones that drive the major bulk of our profits. Whilst the majority of our admissions were within the age range from 50 and above, we identified that the younger age groups have a higher profit on average per case, totaling about £64,000 per case. So there's an opportunity for the organization to provide specialized services for this age group and maximize our profits capability. These are the team members that worked on the data set provided and contributed to the insights that we've generated. Again, this was presented by the Project Alpha team. Thank you very much for listening.
All right, thank you, Sharon. Do we have questions for them? Hi guys, are you guys still with me?
Yes, you're here.
Okay, do we have questions? All right, there's somebody. Okay, yeah, you can unmute your mic and ask. Hello, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Fair Monday. Sorry, you can unmute
I did
your mic.
indicate that I'm with you. I just said I'm with you. Sorry, I don't have a question at the moment. Thank you.
All right, but you raised your hand. Okay.
Yeah, that was you asked if we were with you, and I said I am with you. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Olumide and Ayo can go ahead with your feedback.
So that's a wonderful presentation. Thanks to the team. I like the way the two presenters, how it was the presentation was introduced by one and then it was concluded by the other. It's very beautiful. So in terms of clarity and communication, the structure, the delivery, I think you've done a very good job. Storytelling, definitely, yeah. I would also say, yeah, you did a very good job. You took us through this. It was very, very entertaining. In terms of your recommendation, I like when you saw the trend and you questioned why it is, and you also provided a response. Okay, yes, this is the trend. It was very high in this area, and then this is the reason. I like that. It's the insights. There must be a reason for a high value or a very low value. So I like that about it. Even though I think you said one is being investigated further, which is good. It shows that you understood the data that you are presenting, you understood the insights, and you are also if you could not find the reason, now you are investigating further to provide to look for reasons behind the insights. So I like that. The design of your presentation is also very nice. I like it's very interactive. I like it. It's very pleasing to the eye. The choice of colors, very, very good. But what I didn't see as a data analyst is I didn't see any dashboard. Fine, if you are doing a presentation like just a PowerPoint presentation, yes, you are superb. But this is a data analyst, and we need to see something about your dashboard that shows, okay, this is just to know that yes, this you did something. You maybe you use Power BI. We didn't know the tools that you use for this.
Okay.
So you may need to also include that. It may not be too much, but at least let us see more of your tables, your charts. It will make okay, differentiate you from a normal presenter, because you should focus more about data. I think that is the only thing I could see here. But overall, I would say you did a very good job.
Thank you for the feedback.
Okay.
Right, thank you, Ayodele.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you to the team that worked on this project. Um, like Ayodele said earlier, to the project, you talked us through the whole thing you want us to know about. And also, one thing I really recommended about your project is there was no ambiguity. Like, it was clear. Sorry, it was clear and precise. And when I was jotting, I had to jot down, and that was what I usually said, that there was no dashboard. It is the critical, the most pivotal part of an analyst. So let's just work on that. And great to the team. Thank you.
Thank you, Olumide.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Olumide. Do we also have any feedback from the audience? I don't like it. You guys are not interacting. You're not engaging. Can we speak? I want
I
us
think
to just be part of this session.
the slides are very concise and crisp, and yeah, the look and feel is overall is very good, and the information as well is not so much, it's not too little, it's just proper.
Right. Thank you for that, Will. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, on to the next. So we have human resources team, project Sintel, and these are the team that in the project, or these are the pictures of the people in the team basically, and this project is going to be presented by Olive and Ade Folake. Are you guys here? Olive and Ade Folake. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Ade Folake. You're muted if you're trying to speak. Olive. Okay. I guess we're going to be moving on to the next team. Okay, we have the finance team, Quantum Sphere, and this project is going to be presented by Ogenechukwu and Ikoro. Are you guys with me?
Yes, I am.
All right. Can go ahead with your presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today we'll be walking you through our loan portfolio analysis by Project QS, the finance team, representing Quantum Sphere. This was a team effort, and I'll be taking you through the key findings and what they mean for our business. My name is Dogeno Chukwubodeyan, and I'm sitting alongside with Ken and the rest of the team. And talking about Quantum Sphere, we are a forward-thinking technology consultancy that specializes in bridging the gap between complex data and actionable business strategy. We empower financial institutions to unlock the full potential of their data through advanced analytics, business intelligence, and digital transformation. We'll be covering 6 areas today. They are the portfolio overview, the borrower demographics, credit risk analysis, pricing and profitability, our recommendations, and also the next steps to take. The goal of this analysis was straightforward, as it's to understand what drives loan defaults. We looked at loan amounts, interest rates, borrower profiles, and credit history to find patterns. And ultimately, this is about reducing bad loans, improving how we price risks, and protecting profitability. So why does this matter? Every loan that defaults is a cost to the business. And if we can understand why default happens, we can price more accurately, approve more confidently, and ultimately increase profitability without taking on unnecessary risk. And in terms of methodology, we retrieved and manipulated the data using SQL, cleaned it in Excel, analyzed and visualized it in Power BI, and currently presenting it here on PowerPoint. So on here, we are looking at 45,000 loans in total. The average loan amount is £9,583. The average interest rate is 11%, and the average credit score sits at 633. The number that stands out in the default rate, which is 22.2%, that means more than 1 in 5 borrowers are defaulting. This is a significant figure, and it's the thread that runs through everything else we'll show you today. So when we break defaults down by loan purpose, education and medical loans carry the highest default rates. This likely reflects the nature of the borrowing of people taking out loans in financially stressful situations, often with limited ability to repay. The insight here is that the loan purpose is a strong signal of risk, and currently that signal isn't being used in pricing. And based on our portfolio, the highest defaults are debt consolidation and medical, but education and medical are our highest loan, which may introduce further risks depending on the intended use. Looking at borrower demographics, the majority are renters or have active mortgages, suggesting they carry existing financial commitments. Income also does increase with education level, which reduces risks, but the highest loan volumes are coming from mid-education borrowers, bachelors and associates, most likely because they are earlier in life and have more borrowing needs. This tells us the portfolio is concentrated in a segment that is not the highest risk, but also not the lowest. By age group, the 25 to 34 group takes out the most loans, but interestingly, younger borrowers do not automatically present greater risk. So what catches the eye is the 55 plus group, where the default rate climbs back up to 25%, possibly reflecting post-retirement income instability. This is one of our most important findings, as the average credit score for borrowers who defaulted was 632. For those who didn't, it was 633, which is almost identical. This tells us credit score alone is not a reliable predictor for default in this portfolio. what does predict default strongly is previous default history, as borrowers with prior defaults show approximately a 50% default rate. Income ratio and loan purpose are more stronger indicators than the credit score on its own. Now, this slide shows the pricing gap. Interest rates are broadly flat across all risk levels, as high-risk borrowers are paying the same rates as low-risk ones. What that means in practice is that more reliable borrowers are covering the losses generated by higher-risk customers. This is a missed opportunity, and it leads directly to our recommendations. The current situation here is clear, as it is standardized pricing with no risk-based differentiation. This opportunity is to implement risk-based pricing by charging appropriate premiums based on credit score, income, and loan purpose, as this reduces expected losses without necessarily reducing the loan amount. And our recommendations are: adjust the pricing to reflect risk, tighten approvals for the highest risk segments, use multiple risk factors rather than relying on credit score alone, and also monitor high risk loan types. In conclusion, the portfolio has a high default rate that is addressable. The data shows clear patterns that current pricing doesn't account for. And also, our next step is seeking stakeholders and leadership alignment to move these recommendations forward. And lastly, before I sign out, I would like to share our experience with our QI. The journey has not been an easy one, since most of us are beginners in data analysis, but the classes and the instructors have been very helpful and patient with us. This experience has made us more comfortable handling data, and during our project phase, we're happy for the friends we've made along the way. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Well done. Do we have questions for them? Questions? All right. Ayodele, can go ahead, please.
Okay. Thank you for that presentation. Can you put the presentation back? Just can you still present it where we provide our views? Okay. So this what's the name of this group? Sorry. Sorry, I can't hear you. The name of the group that presented now.
Quantum sphere.
Quantum sphere. Okay. Okay. So you can still keep the slide up for everybody. So what I could say is that quantum sphere, yeah, you've done a very good job. I will also try and categorize my analysis as in terms of my judgment. So one, in terms of clarity and communication, I also like the way you also presented. It's very nice, very clear. The structure, the delivery, the storytelling, I like it. It's we know where the problem is. You are able to identify the problem yourself, and then you prefer interpretation using the data as well to say, okay, yes, this could be the reason, and because of this, this is the problem, and this could be the reason why you have the problem, which is very nice. That means you understood the data, which is very important. I like the insight in the data is very good also, which shows different areas of the data was analyzed. The visualization is it's all right, it's fine. You use the good colors, not too busy, not too, and which makes it very good to the eyes, because uh, for visualization, you also have to take into consideration the people that's going to look into it. Check the presentation, and light blue is very good to the eye, so it's very good. Then for your recommendation and impact, I think yeah, your recommendation is fine, and uh, but I think you need to have gone a little bit further, because yes, you said you need to improve on the cost. If you go to the last your recommendation, the last page, please. Hello, can you hear me? No, okay. So the 15th page.
It's already on the
Okay,
okay.
so that recommendation, yeah, it's out again. Okay, so yeah, this recommendation, you find is a recommendation that you could have given us some. Okay, yeah, because yeah, you could have given us a snippet of, okay, yes, if you have adjusted the pricing by this much, this is how much is going to impact. If you are tight, okay, yes, approval is like this as it is now. What are you expecting it to be? Something to put a little flavor into your recommendation. Because this one is just saying yes, you do, so possibly you are going to do another level of presentation when you want to do your recommendation. But if you are giving us some flavors, okay, yes, this price is what we are expecting, and if you price it to this level, you are going to get this much profit. What multiple risk factor are you considering, and why are you considering it? So this recommendation should be more robust. But aside that, I think you've done a very good job. Kudos.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Ayodele. Olumide.
Thank you very much for the presentation. So actually like my daily was reading everything in my mind, and the thing I actually noted in terms of recommendation, let me just add a bit to it. Is that we need the stakeholders or anyone, the team you're presenting your dashboard to the solution you are giving. Um, for example, for the price adjustment, it could be like, okay, we did having considering this to this in ratio, we're able to increase it by maybe 12%, try and make it more quantifiable, do you understand? So that we will know, okay, this is what we are dealing with. Is it 5% increase when do we all understand about that thing? Let it be quantifiable so that we can see, we can relate with it, and also check your dashboard and see the trends, the flow of how you meet with it. So for overall, it's a very, very good work. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Olumide. Any other feedback for the
I
team?
just want to, yeah, I just want to touch on the formatting of the charts. I think the overall color is okay, but the numbers in the charts, they are not legible enough. So I can't really see the figures. So maybe if it was in bold or something, it should have been better. That's my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you, Flavia. I'm sure the CS team has also taken note of all the feedback, and yeah, they're going to be implementing that. Okay, the HR team, I hope you guys are here now. Falake and Olive. Ade Falake.
Yes, we're here.
All right, you guys have 15 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about earlier. At work, so I was trying to sort out my break times, but I've just been able to swap it now. Can I just have, please, like 2 minutes to set up my laptop?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
RKY, how many more presentation are we expecting?
About two to three.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. Can you see my screen? Hello?
Yes, we can.
Yes, yes. Can see your screen.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Olive, and I'll be presenting on behalf of the HR department today, the HR team.
Sorry, I
So,
cannot see the screen.
can you see my screen?
No.
No, it has gone.
Let me try that again. How about now?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Sorry, Ayodele, after this team, we have just one team left to present.
Okay, thank you.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes, please proceed.
Okay. Okay. So what my team and I have done, we have done a comprehensive HR analytics on behalf of a Workforce 360 Consulting. So our agenda for today, we are going to look at a general overview of what we've analyzed, how we prepared our data, and we also built a dashboard to show the insights that we found, and then we also followed that up with some recommendations as well. So just a general introduction. Workforce 360 is a mid-sized HR tech and services firm. What we've analyzed, we looked at key metrics regarding to attrition, which is loss of workforce. We looked at pay in terms of salary. We also analyzed demographics. We looked at career growth as well. And the general project overview is we developed an interactive dashboard that showed every insight that we analyzed. Workflow consists of SQL, which we use in extracting our data. We cleaned and analyzed this data using Excel, and we built our visualization dashboard on Power BI, and we are presenting this slide now using PowerPoint. So at a glance, the total workforce in our company was consists of 1,470 employees, and we also found that the workforce is the age in the workforce is concentrated between those who were in their 20s and 40s, with an average of, and we found that the average age of those in the company they were 29 years old of age. The general average salary that we found is $112,960,000. So this, we found that this indicates a competitive compensation level. A total of, out of the total employees of 1,470, we found that the workforce still has 1,233 employees who are still retained in the company, and attrition totals to 237 employees, which found that it indicates a moderate turnover. We also we found that technology department has the largest workforce with a total headcount of 961 employees, followed by sales and HR being the minimum. So moving on to our general analysis and what we've discovered, looking at the salary, we saw that technology has the highest amount of salary compared to HR and sales departments. What we also analyzed from this, we saw that salaries are fairly consistent in terms of looking at the average, the maximum salaries, they were still within the range of 500K. So we've seen that salary is fairly consistent, both on average and on minimum as well. And as mentioned, technology happens to have the highest salary. So we thought that this could indicate that those in the tech field earn more than those in as compared to sales and HR fields. We also looked at education levels and field of studies. We saw that most employees in the company, they hold a bachelor's degree followed by a master's degree, and the most common fields in the company, they're those in the computer science, information system and marketing departments, and the least field being the HR department. So which also indicates that the workforce holds a strong technical and business backgrounds. Moving ahead, we also looked at the geographical insights. In this case, we looked at the distance from home. So we've seen that employees are spread across varying distances, with most living within 0 to 30 kilometer commute distance from work. So what our chart here shows, our chart here shows that we've grouped the distance from home in kilometers in tens. So attrition here means no and yes. So attrition here just means that, okay, they're still in the company, and attrition yes means they have left the company. So what we've found from this analysis is that workforce is heavily concentrated in both. Sorry, just moving to the next slide. Okay. I was going to say that the distance from work has a minimal impact on workforce distribution and is not a key constraint. Next, we moved on to analyzing how frequent employees travel to work. So we'll also try to look at hybrid work options, or if we have employees working fully remote from home as well. So looking at it by the departments, we've seen that the technology department has the most frequent travelers, followed by sales, while HR has the minimum travel. Most employees fall under some travel, with roles like sales and software engineering when we analyzed it deeper. We then looked at overtime and managerial span as well. So in this case, we looked at how we looked at salary, and we looked at overtime. That we looked at employees doing overtime and how that affects average tenure and years spent in the company. We saw that the average years spent with current managers is about 2.5 years across all departments. And looking at overtime, we saw that we're able to see that the technology department, followed by sales, the technology department has the highest overtime accrued, as indicated by this chart here, followed by sales, and then HR is the minimum. So the reason for this is because we've seen that it is most common in technical and sales role, and even in higher paying departments. Because personally, I would say that in regard as compared to technology and HR, where technology racked up a sum of $30 million in overtime. So this points to a potential workload imbalance as compared to other departments. Moving on to the key highlights and insights that we found in regards to attention, attrition, retention, and general career progression. We saw that attrition takes a moderate amount of 16%, suggesting a general stable workforce, while the remaining workforce total to around 80% of the company. And we also seen that most attrition occurs in technology and sales departments, likely due to their larger size as compared to or as opposed to the HR departments. We also seen that there is a very strong relationship between attrition and tenure. That's the average years spent in the company. Promotion or commit to distance, meaning that employees are not primarily leaving due to lack of advancement or due to travel distance. What we also found that instead attrition appears to be driven mainly by operational factors such as workload, travel demand, and role-specific stress. We also looked at promotion, which we've seen that it occurs roughly 3 to 3.5 years. So this also indicates a moderate pace of career progression. We also seen that technology roles experience the longest promotion timelines. We also, another highlight that we found is that employees typically remain in the same roles for about 2.5 years to 3 years, and there is no strong link between time in role and attrition. So suggesting that there is a slow promotion. That slow promotion are not a primary reason for leaving. Overall, career growth is steady, but it's not rapid, which could impact long-term motivation and may become a retention risk if it is not addressed. We found a few points that we could recommend. So some of the challenges that we highlighted here is that while attrition is moderate, it is concentrated mainly in the technology and sales department. And this we found that is mostly driven by workload, travel, and role-related stress rather than tenure or promotion, which indicates a slow career progression, particularly in the technology department, as stated. So what we are proposing to combat this is to try to rebalance workload and staffing, particularly in high pressure areas. We also found that we could try introducing structured overtime compensation and a flexible work option in terms to proposing more hybrid or flexible work patterns, such as job share, remote working as well. We also proposed that we could accelerate career progression and leveraging data-driven workforce planning just to reduce the risk of burnouts and attrition and also improve retention. This is the dashboard that we have built to show these insights in more detail. Thank you. And these are the names of all the team members who have come together to work on this project and to make it a success. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Do you have questions for the team? Questions. All right, Ayatollah, can you go ahead?
Okay, so good one. I think you should still allow let the presentation still stay while we are giving our comment. And
Okay.
in reality,
Okay, Bafo.
even in real life too, always ensure your presentation is still until the meeting has ended. You don't need to remove your presentation. It's as if you just want to quickly pack and go. That's how it looks like. So when you are presenting to a larger stakeholder, ensure you still leave. There will be a last page that shows, okay, yes, do you have questions and answer? And if they now say finally, say, okay, yes, they've stopped discussing about that presentation, that is when you can say, yes, you can remove it. You understand what I mean, right?
Thank you.
Okay. So I will say in terms of your clarity, communication, the delivery is okay. I like it. I like the colors are also very pleasant. In terms of structure, I will put maybe one or two comments. The lot of wordings in some of uh, your slides. The wordings are so much, and presentation is to catch the eyes of whoever is looking at it. But sometimes when it is too wordy, it dilutes it. So you just put a catchy phrase on your slide and then you talk about it. So it's the catchy phrase that will catch the attention of whoever is reading it and say, okay, yes, and then maybe we now want to use that to now look at it will make him to be interested in the presentation. So try as much as possible to reduce the wordy. The word count should not be so much. Just try and rephrase it, summarize whatever you want to say, and put it in your presentation. The storytelling, I like it because this actually affects everybody. HR information about HR is everybody whoever is works with HR, and I'm happy about this. And obviously, yes, you've done you've done a lot about checking what you've seen the problem, and you found out what caused the problem, which is very good. Uh, so. Uh, I could see that attrition. You said attrition was not caused by whether you are far away, you are commuting from far away, or you are which is good. You've done a lot. You checked if it is caused by the. Can you go to your to the 11th? I think it's on 11 on no 12, page 12 of your presentation. So I could see the transition, which is very informative because yeah, people will see why it is. But okay, no. So this is exactly what I was talking about. So attrition is more on technology, is more on sales, but very little. We don't really expect. So why does it has? But you still have attrition in nature. There should be a reason why HR is doing because one, they are in small units. So why do they have the same level of attrition compared to uh, technology? And so I think that area you need to be looked at. And then the workload definitely is what is affecting them much, and then the travel. So I would say it is a very balanced presentation. I love the final one that you put your dashboard, which shows, okay, yes, these are the things that you use. And I could see that you use various types of dashboard, which is very good. And it shows that, yes, you have good grips on use of visualization. The colors there are also very good. You can go to the next page, page 13. It shows that yes, you have very good hands on a good hands on visualization, which is very good. Uh, but there is, so you could see you use the pie chart, you use bar chart, you use line graph, different colors, which is very good. But there's something that I've seen which is a reoccurring thing. I'm not saying it's wrong, but if you go to the workflows that you use, you said you use SQL first to extract, and then the second one is doing the cleaning in Excel. Uh, mm, well, it's possible to do cleaning in Excel, but I don't know why it shouldn't be. Uh, Maybe because of the data set you are using, because it's a small data set. But in reality, if you are using a very large data set, large complex data set, is not a good technique to use data cleaning or even data analysis in Excel. And that's why you are using Power BI. So I don't know, maybe that's how you are taught. Okay, you extract and then you also do cleaning in Excel. Why not do your cleaning in when you transform in Power BI, you can also do some data cleaning. I'm sure they will have taught you that. So I
Yeah,
don't
Power
know
Query.
the reason. Yeah, so I don't know why you are doing cleaning in Excel and then you are now connecting back to Power BI. It's not very clear. So that's aspect. It's I could see it's the same thing across board. So I don't know. Maybe that's how you are taught, but I don't think it's actually the right workflow. But overall, I think you've done a good job. You've made us to your storytelling was on point, and we are very captivated in how you transited from one page to the other. The only thing I could see that is just some pages are so much very busy, and it can be better. So that is my feedback. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ayodele. Okay, do we also have any other feedback? Alright, cool. Well done to you and the team. You can stop sharing now. Okay, so moving on to the last thing. Um, sorry. What can you guys see on my screen?
All
Call
success.
Success Medical Center.
Okay. I don't know why my screen is not moving. Okay. Alright, so the next thing is project synaptics, and these are the people on the team, and yeah, and the project is going to be presented by Ayomija Kolawo and Olaiwa Akirola. Are you guys on the call? Sorry, my laptop was misbehaving. Ayomide,
Yes, we are. Yes, we are on the call.
alright. You guys have 15 minutes to present.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ayomide and I'll be presenting while Ola will share his screen. Okay. So, our project is Digital Behavior Compass. And what we are doing here is analyzing phone usage patterns for product strategy. Now, before I get into the analysis, I just want you to visualize this. Just think about it. We all use our phones every single day, but we never stop to ask, what does our behavior on these devices actually reveal about us? And more importantly, how can businesses use that behavior to make smarter decisions? That's exactly what this project is about, turning everyday digital behavior into real business insights. Next slide, please. Okay, thank you. So this project was carried out by our team. The next slide. Yeah, this one. Thank you. So this project was carried out by our team, Nkiru, Deborah, myself, and Ola. We worked collaboratively to not just analyze this data, but to actually translate it into meaningful insights and strategy. Next slide. Thank you. So, to give a bit of context, this project is built on a simple but powerful idea. Behavioral data can directly influence product decision, monetization, and customer targeting. It was carried out under Synaptic Digital Solution. It's a consultancy focused on turning complex data into clear actionable strategy. So with Digital Behavior Compass, we analyze things like screen time, app usage, platform preference, and spending behavior. And we also use that to understand how users engage, what drives value, and where business should look into. Next slide, please. So our objectives were very focused. We wanted to understand how users actually engage with their devices, identify platform and device preferences, pinpoint revenue opportunities, and ultimately support smarter product strategy. We built a Power BI dashboard to make these insights visual, clear, and easy to act on. Moving to the next slide. To get there, we followed this workflow. We started with data extraction through SQL Server. Then we cleaned and made our analysis with Excel. And up next, we used Power BI for data visualization. And finally, we are using PowerPoint for reporting and recommendation. Now, looking at our user base, which is in the next slide. We are working with a fairly balanced population, with users aged 15 to 60 years. Female users slightly led at 5,969. That's about 33%, but overall, the distribution was quite even. And that's important because it tells us the data set reflects a broad range of behaviors, not just one dominant group. So the insights we generated here are actually more reliable and applicable. Next slide, please. Now, when we move into devices and platform, we start to see commercial signals. Nokia has the highest user count at 1,816. But interestingly, Apple records the highest recharge cost at 1.66K. So already we see a key insight. The most popular platform isn't always the most profitable. Also, Android and Apple, or Android and iOS, are almost evenly split, which means that businesses need to optimize for both ecosystem, not just focusing on one. And Samsung, leading in age group preference, shows that brand loyalty can also vary across demographics. Now on to the next slide, where we discuss user usage pattern. Now, this is where the behavior really comes alive. We saw a huge variation in the screen time. The highest user averages 9.5 hours per day, while the lowest user is just at 1.1 hours a day. That's a massive gap. So clearly, users are not one group. We have high engagement users and low engagement users, and they behave very differently. So we observe that female users tend to spend more time on their devices overall. So this tells us that engagement is not uniform, and that is critical for targeting. Next slide, please. Now, looking deeper into the demographics, the 45 to 54 age group shows the highest number of installed apps, while the 55 to 64 group shows the lowest engagement level. And interestingly, Android slightly leads in data usage. So this tells us that digital engagement isn't limited to just younger users. In fact, some of the most active segments are not always the youngest ones. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Okay, now, this is our spending and monetization analysis. At a glance, building on this, we can see that the behavior starts to translate directly into revenue. At a high level, we see that the average e-commerce spend is around 5.5K. That's the average spend, like 5.08K. And the total monthly recharge cost is about 18 million pounds, which already tells us that there is a strong monetization potential in this user base. Now, looking at the location, cities like Bristol, Leeds, and Edinburgh leads in total spend, all contributing above 9 million. So this highlights is a key opportunity. Revenue is not evenly distributed geographically, which means that businesses can prioritize high performing locations for targeted campaigns and partnership. Now, when we look at the relationship between spend and age, we see that spending is fairly spread across age group, but there are clusters of higher value users in specific segments. So again, this reinforces the idea that not all users contribute equally to the revenue, and identifying these high value clusters is key for profitability. Finally, when we analyze social media time versus spending, we notice that no. We are still on the previous slide, please. Yes. So when we analyze social media time versus the spending, we notice that higher engagement doesn't always translate directly into higher spending. So this is important. We need to know that engagement alone is not enough, and it has to be paired with the right conversion strategy. So overall, this slide tells us that monetization is driven by a combination of location, user value, and behavior, not just activity level. On to the next slide, please. So now this is where everything comes together, turning insights into action. For 15 to 24, the focus should be on fast engagement platforms like TikTok and Instagram using creator-led content. Then for the ages between 25 to 34, it shifts towards productivity, career growth, and convenience. So messaging should reflect that. And then for 35 to 44, it becomes more about value, speed, and family relevance. For the age 45 to 54, we move into premium offerings, reliability, and trust-based messaging. And finally, for 55 to 64 age group, simplicity becomes key. Clear communication, easy navigation, and strong support. So the key takeaway here is one strategy does not fit all. Each segment requires a completely different approach. Next slide, which is our recommendation slide. So based on all these insights, our recommendations are to focus on the most used platform, to improve weaker brand experiences, to also run campaign during peak and usage periods. We should target high value locations and also design products that are simple and accessible for all users. So overall, it's all about aligning business strategy with actual user behavior. Next slide. So before I conclude, I would like to appreciate RKY Careers for organizing this bootcamp. It was very practical and hands-on. It was also a hands-on experience that did not only help us in building our technical skills, but it also helped us to think more like real analysts, and also giving us a platform for this teamwork. Thank you very much, and that will be all. Thank you.
Thank you, Hayamide. Beautiful presentation. Thank you so much. Do you have questions for the team? Okay, I'm going to take that as a no. Ayodele, you can go ahead with your feedback.
Okay, so synaptic, that's a very insightful presentation. We all use our phones. We go on the net online almost every day. So it's good to know that there could be some data behind that, and then there could be some insight. In your slide, you said something about gender user, as in terms of the female user, but I did not see anything about any visual to support that claim. You just made mention about, I think is maybe on page 8 or 9 or thereabout. 7. Let's start with 7. You said something about female gender. Let's see. Yeah, recorded the eye screen. So, okay. Yeah.
It's in slide 7.
Okay. So this distribution is by gender. Okay. Yeah, I've seen it now, which is fine. Okay. So now I understand this. For especially when you are doing a pie chart, I would say let me start with the good ones so that you understand. In clarity communication, I think you are very good. The delivery is fine. The structure is beautiful. The use of colors, I like the use of colors. The colors are not too harsh. They are not too. They are friendly to the eyes. So I'll give you that. You're very good. In terms of insight and storytelling, I also like that because yes, you carried us through the reason why you started the project, the objective, and then you went all the way to your findings and then the recommendation, which is very good. Now, in terms of the visual itself, when you just need to manage, especially when you are doing a pie chart. Pie chart usually should come with a percentage because you just want to know in terms of percentage what is the share of that pie. But putting a number into a pie chart doesn't really do a good justice to that visual. So if you have put a number, a percentage here, it will have given a very, yeah, you could have given a better insight. But some pie chart you can also put figures in terms of the value beside it, so that you see the percentage. You can also add the value as well. But I think the percentage will really make a difference. Even if it is 30, 31, 32, you will see that yes, they are close, but one has one has more impact than others. Uh, and then I think I don't I couldn't find anything. Maybe fine. You use a lot of visuals. It's sometimes because we are talking about data analyst, business intelligence. You may need to see your dashboard just to see that yes, you actually used Power BI, and then to see the different types of Power BI visuals that was used. Maybe yeah, maybe that could be just a page that shows that. Fine. In reality, you may not need that, but because this one has to do with a data analyst presentation, just to showcase that yes, this is what you use, and this is your final dashboard. It will be very nice. It's I think in summary, you've used a very good font size, font type, colors, and then the flow, the structure, the delivery. I think everything is fine. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ayodele, for that. Any other recommendation or feedback? We really had an emergency, so you know that
I just want to talk about the at the beginning of the presentation. She gave us like a brief intro. I think that was really beautiful. The overall slides, I think, is also awesome. Uh, and when she was going through each slide, you can tell that she wasn't reading word for word. She was simply using the slides as a guide, and it made it interesting to listen to. It wasn't boring at all. So yeah, it's a good one.
Thank you
all
very
right.
much.
Thank you, Falawi. Is someone trying to speak?
No, it was me. I was just saying thank you very much, MD.
Uh, okay. You can stop sharing your screen now. So before we proceed to the next thing, I would like some of the presenters to just share how the bootcamp has been for them, like personally, just share how how is it going for you. Does anybody want to start? You can just raise your hand. I think I'm just going to call the last presenter. Ayomide, my namesake. Tell us about your personal experience with RQI Careers Bootcamp. How has it been for you? Hello, can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. I guess I'm going to call somebody else. Temitope, are you still on the call? Temitope Godwin. Temitope Godwin. Wow. You guys are not responding. Oganechiko, do you want to share how the bootcamp has been for you?
Thank you. Well, I don't know if you can hear me okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
For me, it was a smooth experience, I would say. Especially with the drop-in sessions where we could ask questions and then get feedback in particular areas where we are struggling with. So like I said, it was a good experience, and I wouldn't say I'm an expert right now. I'm still on the learning phase, but then uh, doing this project has given me more knowledge than I had, and working with people who attended the program with me has also given me the ability to work collaboratively and to achieve a goal. So far, it's been a good experience. It's been a good experience. The timing wasn't too convenient for me, but then I had to put in the work. Like I said, the drop-in sessions was more like the icing on the cake to make it just in case you're unable to catch up from the classes, you could go back to the drop-in sessions with your questions, and then you get answers what you're struggling with. So that's basically it for me.
Thank you so much for that. Olaluwa Akinola.
Yeah, I think RKY career has actually done excellently well for us. And I think for me personally, before joined the bootcamp, I had very little knowledge of Excel, SQL, and Power BI. And I think right now I can confidently say at least I've learned a lot and I can engage in any task confidently. And I think the tutors also are actually very good. They're actually very supportive. If you have any questions, they'll usually take their time to explain to us. And I think overall, it's actually been an amazing experience for me. So thank you very much, RKY Careers.
Thank you, Olaluwa. Thank you for that. So I'll just like the judge. Okay, somebody's hand is up. Tony. Tony, your hand is up.
Hello everyone. Please, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello. Yeah.
I can hear you.
Actually, I'm not one of the presenter, but I'm from the HR group. Just want to contribute to my own experience. You know, for me coming from a zero background of understanding how data works, and could able to look at data, could analyze it, and come up with a dashboard, visualization, and the like. So I think it's a very big deal for me, and is a knowledgeable experience. And for this short period of time, we go to work, we struggle with the time, and we could learn so much at this short space of time. I give kudos to RKY, all the facilitators, Toby, Chinaza, Shegun. I say a very, very big thank you to you. It's really worth it. And it's far, the experience is far beyond what we paid for. It does not even equate to what we paid for. It's far beyond it. At least this should be a cost of like 1,500, 2,000, But I really thank I thank everyone in RKY for their support. When we are asking questions at times, they are just so patient to respond to our questions. So this is what I just have to say.
Thank you so much, Tony, for that.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I'm just going to allow Ayodele to give a general feedback. I mean, just like an advice to everybody on the call. Ayodele.
Okay, so what I will advise is I will say in 2-3 years ago I was like you. I presented. Though yes, I came from a background of data. I've been working with data. I've been working with Excel, but not Power BI, not SQL. And but when I came on board, I was able to learn all these tools. And the good thing about it is there are also a lot. So you should not stop here. I'm sure, yes, since you are doing your presentation now, I think you also have projects. Once you are through, make sure you do all your projects very well. And then try not to be complacent because there is a new tools. I'm sure your Mr. Shegun, I don't know if it's the same Mr. Shegun that is still there. He cannot teach you everything about Power BI. I cannot teach you everything about SQL. And then when you go into the field, there are new techniques. If you've worked with Excel before, is there are new techniques in doing the same thing. There are shortcuts there. So to make yourself better, you need to read more, you need to engage more, you need to maybe watch more videos. You can go back to your the recorded trainings, a lot of things that you need to do, but ensure that you continue to develop yourself in this area. There are a lot of things a lot of materials available. And then once you do that, definitely the sky is not your limit. Especially in everywhere now, people work with data now, and then you need to be positioned to take up a new role because now a lot of data analysts, you have business intelligence, you have system analysts, procurement analysts, a lot of analysts now, even HR analysts. So ensure that financial analyst, so analyst is across board now, across even supply chain analyst. So the sky is the limit. Is but ensure that you continue to develop yourself, learn, relearn, and God being with you, you will meet up. So that is my suggestion.
Thank you, Ayodele. Thank you so much for that. Just to add to what he said, right? You need to, taking the bootcamp alone is not enough. You need to also like put more effort from your end as well, right? It's just like going to school. Like you've registered for like a 4 years course or something. You need to follow through. You're not just going to go to classes. You're not just going to do assignment and all of those things. You need to work on projects. In this case, this is your own school basically, and you need to attend all classes, watch recordings, go through the interview preparation process, the career support session process, everything that is included in this bootcamp. You need to go through all of those things. Then you'll be able to once you follow through and you put efforts, and trust me, you'll be able to like land a job in any sector that you want to land a job. So thank you again to all our presenters. Thank you to our students, and thank you to Ayodele, our judge. And okay, Ella, do you have questions?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone, and well done to all the presenters. Thank you to the judges for their feedback. I would like to ask, is it possible for the current students to have access to this project in order to also study it? I don't know if that's possible.
Sorry, did you say have access to what?
Like to have access to their project in order to take a deeper look at what they've done so far.
Yes, you can have access to it. Then there's also going to be you will be able to, by Monday you'll be able to watch the replay of this session as well. But yeah, you can have access. If you want it, you can send a mail to the RQY support mail.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. If we also have any other question, you can drop it in the chat box. The admin is going to attend to it. Okay. Okay, moving on to the next. We're almost done. Sorry, we're almost done actually. All right. Yeah, like you guys heard, there have been people that went from zero knowledge to becoming data analysts, project managers, scrum masters, digital marketers in the UK and other countries as well, right? So we have a lot of success stories. Okay, before we go to the success stories, and I also want to advise our current students to post everything that you've worked on LinkedIn, right? Post on social media, post on LinkedIn. That is where that is how recruiters will find you. That is how they are going to see the things that you've been able to work on over time, right? Post about your experience during the bootcamp. Post about the dashboard that you've worked on. Even if even I don't know, like whatever it is that you do, just find a way to magnify it and post it so that they can see that, oh, this person does not just does not have experience. They know what they are doing, they have the experience, right? So just magnify whatever it is that you've done in a way that would give you more leverage to the outside world, basically. Then why should you transition into tech? Of course, because of the booming demand, diverse fields, you can move from any field that you want, right? Competitive salaries, innovation and creativity, flexibility and remote work, then global opportunities as well, continuous learning and development for visa sponsorship jobs, and also global talent visas, basically. And are you also wondering if you can get a job at the NHS? Yes, you can. You can definitely get a job. You can also get NHS jobs. All right, then we also have, since 2024, we've been using AI modules across all our bootcamps, right? Data analysis, project management, compliance, digital marketing, and Scrum Master. We've been offering AI modules. Yeah, like I said earlier, we have over 5 success stories, including visa sponsorship. This is Korede enrolled for our bootcamp in 2023, and she leveraged the previous banking experience and customer service experience that she has, and now she's a technical report analyst in one of the most prestigious companies in the world. Yeah, you need to be like Korede. Yeah, these are pictures of some of our success stories, including visa sponsorship jobs. Yeah, more success stories. I mean, we still have our alumni. They are still winning. A lot of people, a lot of our alumni, they've gotten like multiple jobs after the bootcamp. So, yeah, of course, the success story keeps coming in. Yeah, more success stories. Yes, and this is some of our reviews on Trustpilot and Google, right? I'm just going to be reading two very quickly. So Emmanuel says, best plug ever, extremely remarkable experience I had during my bootcamp training. The study materials were top notch, needless to say. The facilitators were very knowledgeable, and the level of learning gotten during the bootcamp helped me to land a job just 6 weeks after completion. RKY careers are the best plug I would recommend to anyone that desires a change or progression in career. This is one of our alumni. And also Uchoma Okeke said that, thank you RQI for structuring my career journey. I had an excellent experience with the RQI Careers Bootcamp. The program was well structured, providing valuable insights and hands-on training that helped me enhance my skills and build confidence in my career journey. The support from the instructors and mentors was outstanding, and the career resources provided were incredibly helpful. I especially appreciated the personalized feedback and practical exercises that prepared me for the real world challenges. I highly recommend RKY Bootcamp to anyone looking to advance their career and achieve their professional goals. They're exceptional and the best. So you can always go to Google or Trustpilot to see more reviews from there. So Yes, these are training perks. Like I said earlier, you can live experts led training, acquire skills and techniques, CV, expert CV and LinkedIn optimization, competent test, interview preparation, end to end, access to LMS, building real life products. Then UK job reference. Yes, we give reference to our alumni, right? Once you get a job, you can come back, but that is based on you participating in your projects during your bootcamp. So for a lot of people, they enroll for boot camps and they just join the classes. They don't participate in the projects. They don't do what they're supposed to do, and they come back. Oh, you guys say you're going to give us. No, you need to work on projects. You need to work on your project. You need to be active while working on your project, right? And this is how we are going to be able to give you reference after your boot camp. So yeah, that's that. Then globally recognized certificates of completion, position for visa sponsorships and six-figure jobs and all of that. Then access to bootcamp train after your training, right? You have access to the bootcamp, to the LMS and all of that. So all of these are supposed to go for like £2,000, and now we are. This is a special offer of £599, right? And these are some of our boot camps that are starting very soon. Digital marketing is starting 30th of May. UK comparison is starting 18th of April. That's next week. Then we have our Microsoft Excel PowerPoint starting 2nd of May, and we have data analysis. Business intelligence starting 9th of May. We have project management and business analysis starting 9th of May as well. And we have project management starting 9th of May. And you can make your payment to our Nigerian accounts and our UK accounts as well. Yes, you can also, if you're unable to like pay at once, you can, of course, you can pay at once. You can also pay in installments, right? And you can also pay later. We have our platforms for all of that. You can use Klarna, you can use ClearPay, you can use PayPal, you can use Pay Later as well. Yeah, I already spoke about okay, yeah, this is apply body. I think I already spoke about apply body, right? We help you to apply to jobs. We also do CV revamp for you as well. We also like help you to land interviews, not jobs, but we help you to like land interviews. Yes, I'm going to talk about Limitless Without Borders events again. This is just for people that just joined or that joined after I spoke about it. Limitless Without Borders is one of the biggest tech networking events that happened in London, right? And this is an opportunity for you to network, meet people, ask questions, meet with industry leaders and experts, right? There's going to be panel discussions around career, tech, finance, entrepreneurship, and much more. So this is an event that you don't want to miss. And if you're also in Nigeria, it is coming to Lagos August 15th. So get your tickets. We have our super early bird ticket that is now selling for just £14. Yeah, our podcasts, I already spoke about that earlier, and our RKY community or spoke about that as well. If you also want to become, if you want to join the athletes marketing program, you can also sign up for our athletes program. And you can also watch the replay of this session on our YouTube channel on Monday. Thank you so much, everybody. Do we have questions before we call it a day?
Sorry,
Okay.
you made mention of access to LMS after the program.
Yeah.
Is it like after finishing the boot camp, you have it for life?
No, for a year.
Okay.
No, for a year.
So we'll be able to access all those videos and all that for a year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question? Okay. I'm going to take that as a no. Thank you all again for joining the session. I'm looking forward to meeting you guys again, right? And like I said, you need to enroll for that bootcamp now so that you don't regret it later. So thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. I shall know. It's not just for people in Nigeria and UK. Oh, are you talking about the event? Is Aisha still in the meeting?
Quiet. Can I ask a question, please?
Yes, yes. Yes, please go ahead.
No, I'm asking RKY careers. I noticed the internship and all of that. Is it just for people in the UK?
You notice the what?
Your program generally, is it just for people in the UK and Nigeria?
No, 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 no. It's not. It's not. It's not limited to just Nigeria and UK.
So if I'm outside these two countries, how do I get to do my internship?
Your internship. No, like everything is virtual. All we do here is virtual. Oh, do you want to become an intern
Okay,
at
sorry, I joined
RK?
it late. Yeah. No, I mean just the program. Like if I register for any one of your programs, I did put in, I did one of your, I don't know, consultants have been sending me emails, right? Because I wanted to register for a program. I'm just asking, maybe for example, business management or data analysis, if I were to do the program, do you guys do like internship or is it just live or theoretical classes all through?
No, so you are going to be going through the life classes, and you're also going to work on real life projects, right? That is one of the reasons why we are here. The students worked on their project, and that's why they're able to present, right? So you are going to be working on life projects. You are going to do assignments, exercises, and all of those things. So yeah. Then after your bootcamp, we also have other supports that we give to our students. We prepare you for interviews, right? We'll do career support sessions. We revamp your CV for you, your LinkedIn, career advisory, and all of those things.
Okay. I thought
And all of this is virtual.
they were. Come again.
I said, and all of this is like they are virtual.
Okay. I thought there was like an internship where you have to practice all you've been taught is except the capstones and all of that, like working with an organization, and all of that. Okay, but that's fine. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. But if maybe after your bootcamp and you want like intern with us, you can always send a mail for that. That's like a separate conversation.
Okay. All right. I guess. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. Bye.